Sweet. We're here. It's Lovable. We want to give this guy a whirl because I've been hearing about it, and I think it's probably amazing and great, but I just haven't tried it yet. So this is it. This is the web page. They're putting their prompt field right here, smack dab front in the middle. So yeah, let's just jump in. Matt, did you come up with a good example that we wanted to try?
Calculator.
It's calculator. All right. Like just as a web app, a web page or something.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm thinking like just see if we can rebuild the Trustybits calculator.
Can you?
Maybe that's too generic. I got a couple of other thoughts if we need.
What are your other ones? Let's just like pick out of the pool.
A weather widget.
Okay. What's your? You got a final one. We could try a clone of another website, right?
You could try to clone Trello. Task
right.
management.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Hi there, Lovable. How are you today? Can you please, let's be polite, help me build, I wonder what my keyboard clacking sounds like. Help me build a task management application much like that of Trello? Question mark. It's public. Look at that. But we're not paying anything right now, so that's worth noting, I guess. Lovable lets you come in. Initially, it's free. Public is the option at that point, though. So I'm guessing, yeah, okay, anybody can view and remix. It's kind of cool, actually. So they've got something community-esque going on. I haven't seen that yet. We'll maybe try an example of this here in a minute. Maybe we'll come back to the calculator one, Matt, with this. It looks like you can import a Figma design or attach images. So that might be really interesting if you can guide some of the design and the build process there. But we're just going to go ahead and submit this text-only prompt, and we'll see what we get. Uh-oh. Sign in to continue. I should have prepared for this. Oh, well. Sign up for free.
I should have told you that.
Yeah, no warning. So here, let me just pause some video. I think one way to do that is just, or if my computer wants to be frozen about things, that's because I was full screen.
I just used Google.
I'll just let you all look at that lovely Lion desktop for a moment. Except that my options with Google, a different account, please.
I wonder what their user abandonment rate is on that sign-in once you type a prompt.
Yeah, it is a little annoying that we advertise the fact that jump right in, guys, it's right here, and then it's like, hold on, wait a second, I was just kidding, we're not there yet. As opposed
not
to
quite like ChatGPT or Perplexity.
Yeah, I haven't uploaded the video yet. That's true. ChatGPT and Perplexity. Can't you like start typing on them? But I also recorded a video the other day. We haven't edited and uploaded it yet, but trying out a new software as well, and it just dumps you right in. And it's way more software it's way more interface and interaction and feature than something just like an AI chat situation here. Let's try this again. Sign up for free. I could do sign up with Google, but I need a different Google account than what it was giving me here. In the meantime, we'll go to commercial break. Buy Trusty snacks. Should we make snacks? We should make food products.
One of the comments from our audience is, have we tried Windsurf from Codium?
I haven't even heard of Windsurf, dude. There's so many of these platforms and these different tools popping up. We got to have a running list, though. I think we want to give them all a little bit of a spin. Sweet. So,
I mean, mean,
We're signed in. We're
I've
back
tried
here
some stuff
now.
on the e-commerce side, like Kettle and other things, but
Yeah, we should make
cursors and all.
add that to our running list there. So, all right, we're signed in. Look at that. It's even got Cam W. We're going to. It kept our prompt, so props to them for that. They at least held on to that in the process of signing me in, signing me up as well. So, all right. So let's run this. Dreaming Up name. Okay, so pops us into this interface. Kind of tells me a little bit of what it's doing. Looks like it's going to use Supabase for the back end. It's already got code on GitHub. This is like, boom, this is happening. This is fast. Okay, Tailwind. TypeScript file here that it's spitting out. I guess Matthew played with this a little bit before, and we don't need spoilers because this is my first time ever putting anything into Lovable. But okay, and it just confirmed what I was wondering. It's going to do it one file at a time. So now we're working on the index CSS file. Wow, this is intense. We've got our index TypeScript. Now our board context. It's scrolling fast. It's kind of hard to read. Board context.tsx. I wonder. I've read and heard about like time to like create something that some of these have taken. I'm curious if it'll tell me at the end how much time it took. If not, we'll when we try maybe another one here in a minute, we'll set a timer or something or watch the clock. Return div draggable. All right, so my little task cards probably are going to be draggable. I think it's got that part going for us here. Create card button. There's a button to create new cards. Perfect. This is a trippy experience.
With animation and transitions, so like it should be planning for, you know.
Oh, you're reading
interaction design.
That's smart. Yeah, I could like rather than like lousy commentary because I'm not a commentator on what's happening on the right, we could read like what's on the left for people, folks. It acknowledged my niceties, my small talk. Lovable is thrilled.
Yeah, this left-hand panel is very similar to my previous prompt response. So I think from the your request to the actual starting of the code is pretty baked or canned.
Gotcha. Board view to do in progress done. Oh my gosh, is this it? Like, is this a real-time view? Oh my goodness.
Hey, you got further than I did.
Oh my goodness. Friends, look at this. I have a freaking Taskify app now. Pay me millions of dollars. I just made your... Trello's out of here, man. We're kicking their butt with it. Build a Trello clone. It's, I mean, that's done, dude. It's done. Okay, maybe. So it literally has got these micro interactions with hover. The thing pops up a little bit. Our columns, I mean, spacing's maybe not what I would have done if I was designing this. It's fine though. We can edit the column name. We can add a new column. This is dope sauce.
Yeah, I should try actually doing the edit. Make sure it doesn't give you an error or something.
Yeah. The add column doesn't work. Can we add a new card? No, that doesn't work either. Oh no, the whole thing froze. Okay.
Well, you might have to go to like publish. I'm not sure how much they allow you to preview.
Let's refresh the page here. Okay, we got interactions back. Oh, there we go. It was just frozen for some reason. All right, so this is extra done.
Yeah, that's one of the questions we're getting is can it add login credentials?
Done. Yeah, so what I'm curious of, and I'll try here in a second, is can I keep talking to Lovable, and will it continue to modify things? So we'll give that a test here.
Yeah, that's the idea. So,
yeah, let's put, like, was that where it crashed? Was it when I moved the card? No, it seems fine still. Let's make sure we can add a new card. Talk more with Lovable and modify our app. This is an optional description. Okay, create card. I didn't try opening one. What happens there? Like, all right, it doesn't have, I mean, I guess that's it. It's still, I can't complain. Like, popped this thing out in how many seconds, right? It looks like it didn't give us like a time to completion there, but edit rather than view for kind of a modal there. Still, it works. It totally works.
If you go up to the top left, just above Taskify.
Backlog, save changes, just above here, code viewer.
Yeah, go to the code viewer.
Sure.
So one of the questions, we got a couple questions coming in the feed. But
I'm glad you're watching that.
Wonder if you add in login credentials, which we already mentioned, and then is this hosted on the web or is it local? Like, where is it storing this?
So I did see, as like all of the activity was scrolling while I was creating it, I saw a mention of GitHub, and so I'm assuming it's probably all here. Yep, source code is on GitHub. Again, on the free version, this is all public. The community can view this. They can remix it. And to that point here, it's read-only, what we're looking at right now. But if we want to update the code, we would have to set up sync with GitHub. We'd have to be modifying there. Let's see, edit with any editor by connecting to GitHub with two-way sync. So this is just, I'm assuming this, okay, no, it's actually going to take us straight to the thing. I'm curious to that point if the GitHub repo is what's publicly viewable. Probably. Again, like the project is public as far as they're telling us. Publish. Visibility and publish. I don't know what the hosting costs are, but we got Supabase. I saw it mention Supabase during the build process, but it looks like maybe it's not doing anything with it yet. And what do we have in project settings? Messages count, AI edits. I don't know exactly what the free thresholds are. Rename project danger zone. Okay, so it is connected to Git. Doesn't say, doesn't show Supabase here, but new tab, mobile preview, reload, friendly cardboard, public private, rename, remix, history. Just make sure we look at everything here. It did give me a timestamp for that task. This guy.
Yeah, that's looking like if you were to build more than one app, you could go back to each one and get to preview and read all the code, unless you publish.
I'd imagine like you probably go back to dashboard to switch between different like conversations / apps. All right, let's try here.
Extend it now.
Can we add login / authentication and allow
SSO?
for
maybe SSO login? It's hard to know how it's going to interpret.
That's true. Let's just like log in with Google. That's the easy route.
No, that's great.
And allow for users to have their own. What if? Gosh. We'll just do a single board for now. I'd love to have like multiple boards too. Like I only have a single task list here, but we'll do that for now. I'd imagine if they were smart, like their like credits and tokens and whatever for dealing with the AI is going to consider how heavy of a task I'm asking it. Otherwise, I'd just try and bake in all my feature sets into a single message if they're instead of like transacting, you know, the credits are per message or something like that. I just saw a mention of it here, the message count. So I don't know exactly how.
Yeah, is there a limit for the free?
Start task management application. So if it does get closed out, it looks like I can come back to this. If I click on this, oh sweet, yeah, so I can click on what it's actively working on and it'll show me again this same kind of view where it's writing the code.
And I'd imagine it's not going to have any problem because Supabase has pre-baked stuff for like SSO and Google, much like Firebase.
We've got, just a single page there. I think it broke it. It probably added like login and authentication, but then didn't provide a way for me to log in. And so now it's giving me blank because I'm not logged in.
So I'd ask it to like give you a login screen.
Only see. I mean, let's also think about this from like somebody like I have some technical chops. I'm not, any kind of like senior developer of any sorts. Very probably junior in a lot of ways. But let's think about this from somebody that has little to no technical understanding, right? So I'm seeing just a white screen. What do I do? I don't know. Even some of my wording up to this, I probably should have been a little more generic. Looking at the console logs, I see there's an issue with clerk authentication setup. The error is missing publishable key, which is causing the application to not render properly. Interesting. If I'd have gone back, I feel like my first message, not too bad. I'm second guessing. Does Trello have 2 L's? Anyways. That's pretty good. That's pretty like layman's terms. The login authentication, maybe if I would have just said like, can I log in? Can I use Google to log in with it now and let others log in? Something like that. Create a clerk account. Wait, but now the app will work in local mode.
That's interesting.
This is interesting, yeah. I do feel like that's probably related, is that it didn't give me a way to log in. Okay, and it's got these restore buttons. So if I come back and restore the first guy that we had, perfect, we're back here. It didn't retain my changes in terms of the data in there, and that's fine. I don't know if I would have expected that. I didn't play with deleting one. Did I? Create card, delete. It's even got toast notifications down here. It's so epic. And then if I go back to authentication, try restoring that one. Oh, it was there for a second. Success, restore. Okay, that's a different toast. A little conflicting, but I can see why it's biased to putting toasts in the bottom right. And then if we restore the latest one, okay, I'm still seeing a blank white screen. Is there any chance that you set up the code for allowing login but didn't give me a way to log in? And now I'm stuck staring at a page for unauthenticated users. I need to rethink where I put my webcam or deal with my camera setup because it's like right in front of my chat box here. I see the issue. Hey now, I told you that. I thought you were supposed to be doing all the hard work here.
Tell her that. Wonder what the code's doing right now.
Yeah, let's go back in there. It's modifying index TSX, board content. Oh, sweet. If I scroll, it stops like going mad on us. So if we go back up to the top to fix the blank screen, we'll need a few key changes. Modify the main TSX. No, rude. Let me go back. Oh, it's all busted. No. Did it build it in Vue, or I didn't even catch.
Oh, you could maybe even specify what you wanted in, and it might.
Ooh, that's
I think
interesting.
it's React.
Okay, we're still busted here. It's unfortunate. Oh, I couldn't.
Already.
Apply your changes. suggested were the same as the previous code. Interesting. It's unfortunate.
Maybe just ask it to create a login screen.
Can you create... Whoops. Create a login screen and make that the default page that
users start at or something?
Unauthenticated users start at. I don't know, I'm not familiar personally with like this clerk that it's talking about, and it was a little disappointing, I guess, that it was saying that I would need to go make a clerk account. But again, it did say, where was that? This is already becoming a long conversation. It did say that it should work like local or something. Get your clerk key. Signing up at clerk.com.
I mean, I'm wondering if I were to do a prompt, would I get that same clerk thing? And is that like a key that needs to be, that they're going to use in any app that you ask for Lovable to build with sign in?
Yeah, if it's
or is that just this one-off thing?
If it's reusable, that would definitely be helpful. New error. I'll create a login screen. All right. What does it tell us about this error? Cannot find name off buttons. I'm thinking, let me try and go back to V1, which was amazing. Like, I gotta say, maybe I got lucky, and you said, Matt, like I got better results than you at the start. It just like boom, first prompt, no modification. It was a working app. So I gotta say that part of the review is pretty good.
What if you take this, like, set aside, like you said, authentication? Could you get it so a card can add an image?
Yeah. I wanted to try and modify some of this. I think I was gonna say multiple boards, but let's do yours. It's even a little smaller, simpler. And I'm gonna hope that, let's see, what is this edit button? Oh, that's gonna edit the previous one. I'm hoping that since I've restored this, that I will then, any prompts that I do with it will work from this point. I don't know if it handles any kind of branching per se. I mean, GitHub does, and like we're on, yeah. Can we make a new branch from this point? The first successful version of the app that you made for me, and add the functionality to a card so that I can add an image. I feel that was a little wordy, but it's okay. We'll make Lovable deal with it. I'll help you add functionality. Okay, didn't clarify though if we're like working off of, if we're like branching from a working version here or not. It's modifying the card TSX file so that we can display, update the card type, card component, and the create card button.
Almost feel like we should promote Dennis to the stage to...
Is Dennis asking a bunch of questions? I haven't been keeping an eye on the
Not necessarily asking a bunch, but he's got it seems like he got some experience, Dennis, with he's used AI tools to build some web pages.
Nice.
Feeding like a PRD.
Nice. We're currently at 26 minutes on the stream side, so just keeping all that in mind. It looked good for a second. Okay, boom. We're back here, and this is looking like it doesn't have any other functionality, so I think it did successfully build from that initial spot. If I click on a card, I guess the only reason to click on a card itself, not the miniature buttons, is for moving it. Yeah. But if we come into edit, it's got a spot here for an image URL. Can I upload an image? Nope. I mean, we weren't specific, so I don't feel like I can complain about that. But and it did kind of tell me over
So
here in the side.
yeah, let's find a image URL. See if it actually works though.
For sure, we can do that. I'll just head
You can
over.
go back in Discord, and if there's any images,
I'm just
you try to
grabbing.
feed it the GIF I sent you.
I just grabbed free random stock image here. Yeah, it pulls up the preview immediately there. Great card. Look at that. It's even got it in the little thumbnail doodad and stuff. So, okay, let's try now. Can you add functionality for tags on the cards? I'm gonna try a double request here. Also, can you have the columns all aligned to the left instead of being spread out? I would word that differently if I was oh, hey, looky there. We're bound to hit it at some point. So I've reached my free messaging limit for today. They'd love for me to join their pro user community. And this, my friends, is how they hit $10 million in annual recurring revenue in only 60 days. Because that was not, I didn't get to go very far, and half of it was riddled with errors, which I think this is something that I don't know the experience, if it was really only the number of successful builds that they were giving me credits for. It's not clear. This doesn't tell me at all, honestly.
Yeah,
you have a monthly limit and stuff, but heaven forbid that the credits and the throttling happened on every message or every build. I had a bunch of errors in there, and if I didn't get something working out of my first message, this is a bad experience. I'm gonna be honest. I was blown away by initially what I had, and I am very impressed and excited for what I think Lovable can offer. But if 10 million is your current ARR, I bet you that could be even higher if you were guaranteeing some kind of good experience for everybody. I don't know. I'm not necessarily saying the right or wrong or best way to do that. But hopefully, the totally inexperienced people coming in here are not just going to be faced with a whole bunch of errors and code that doesn't build for them. And I know that's a complicated thing too, right? You don't have any control over what people are going to request or ask. And so it's a tall order to say make sure everybody has a good time, or has the chance for a good time in their first run through here. But definitely super cool. Yeah.
Well, it shows us that while there's lots of progress, it would be interesting if could my mom hop on and create something?
Yeah, exactly.
Or is it still showcasing that AI needs someone who understands technology to actually drive its capabilities?
And
if that's the case, it just kind of proves out, right, that we don't need to necessarily be afraid of AI just yet. It can't just replace us completely. We are now getting the opportunity to be drivers. No.
And I don't have super solidified personal opinions on a lot of this, but I do have thoughts and ideas that it's people. We need people. How do they call it? Human in the loop AI or something, right? But we need people that can modify and improve what AI comes up with, adjust it, etc. Whether that's the developer or even the designer, right? I just asked it for a design tweak, right? The problem is those are things that generally aren't juniors or entry-level positions, and I feel that's already pre AI revolution, or as we're kind of happening at the same time, but not because of AI. We already have this problem where entry and junior level positions have been kind of getting squashed out. So yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting bit of a whirlwind as this continues to develop. Because what I've seen in a lot of articles and comments around AI tools is that it's not necessarily needing supposedly the person to build it, but the person who knows what to build, per se. And that's somewhat what you were saying a second ago, Matt, that, we could put anybody in here, but not everybody's going to come up with something. Like, they may not understand the concepts, the things that should be adjusted, how it should look to affect the experience, right? And it may increase, like, the competition out there, but there's good chance that there will probably still be a clear divide between people that, whether they were using something like Lovable or not, but between teams and people that had some experience and knowledge versus those that are just throwing darts at a board or something, right? Yeah, lots of thoughts, and it was super awesome. Like, definitely fun to play with. Not sure yet. Stay free. Continue making edits tomorrow. Midnight UTC, which that's not my time zone, so I don't have. But yeah, 100 free gigs hosting bandwidth included per month during beta. Oh, so they're in beta, and is it literally? It's saying on the free plan, I have 100 gigs of hosting bandwidth. Wow.
Interesting.
So I can't talk to the AI anymore.
If that'll go away.
I'm sure it'll be different after the beta. I'm curious though. So I can't talk to the AI anymore today, but can I do other things? Like, what if we go publish? It gives me a like, this looks like a pre-generated kind of project name, and that made it part of the domain. So in theory, look at this, guys. Look at this. We'll go to this website. We'll copy that URL. I'll throw it into the Discord for any that are here.
Yeah, let's see if I can go make a card.
There's the chat. Coming from our friend GG Midjourney, which is so graciously sharing my screen as I'm using two different computers. But I mean, I'm at that URL myself and it works. I'm curious. Cam was here. And then
I'm not seeing your changes.
You're not seeing mine. Go ahead and add some cards.
I did.
Okay, I'll hit refresh just to be safe. Yeah, it's not persisting the data between sessions, which is fine. Well, kind of fine. It's a whole nother thing I have to ask the AI and spend my credits on, but
there you go.
I don't know
for
why.
Tomorrow's episode, right? Where we continue.
For tomorrow's. Just do like a daily stream. We could set up a Twitch account and just be like, Lovable of the day. But no, that was fun. I like it. I think there's tons of potential here. I will definitely be playing with it more. But it seems that we've kind of hit a hard stop for the day. So, any other final comments? Good sir, my friend? No, nothing from the red corner.
I mean, that's maybe a good idea. We'll just do our daily Lovable builds.
Do something daily. The daily public stand-up or demo or whatever. We could do like the bento sync or like something. We should come up with something other than the bento sync that has like demo as well as a few other things that we could just daily share. That could be fun.
I mean, what's going through my mind right now is like, how can we leverage this, or maybe some of the other things that Dennis mentioned, to facilitate these micro builds and products that we want to have people in the community build through Lab 76.
Yeah, I mean, like, part of Lab 76 is giving people this experience of real world, real projects, real value, business metrics with these projects, bridging the education that you may or may not have received through boot camps, college, whatever, and making that more applicable to a real business, right? So communication, collaboration skills, devs working with designers working with business folk or product people, all kinds of things there where, like, part of a process that many people will face in a software company is Scrum processes, agile methodologies, right? What better way than to have a stakeholder meeting by showcasing, some of the project stuff that we work on with people. If I got your drift, and that's some of what you're saying there, Matt.
Yeah, definitely. So excited to see where it goes.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. We had Dennis over on our Discord community. Looks like we had a ton of views pour in on the YouTube channel there. Whew, whopping like it's like the letter E backwards or something. There's a big number there. But I think that's it for today. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next time.